Today is my birthday. I made it through another one. Woohoo! Party on, Garth. Alright, but at any rate, I was working on the descending bass line starting in the key of C. And playing around with that, I did something a little different last week with that. But then I ran across a song by Tommy Bolin called People People. It's on the Teaser album. Check it out. It's a good song. Starts out a little mellow and then ends up rocking pretty good. But it starts out on a C. So I start out with the C, walk that down to the A minor, then an F, to a G, go back to the C again, to a G, to the A minor. So it changes a little bit between what part of the verse you're in. Then you end the verse on a C. And I think he plays the C like this instead of down here. You can play it either way, but when you play it here, you're set up for the next chord, which is this A minor. Back to the G, which is right where the C is. Then back to the C, and it starts over again, the next verse. So I could play the same thing over here. So that's the Tommy Bolin song, People People. It's on the Teaser album. Check it out. It's pretty good. Tommy Bolin was pretty good. He only had 2 solo records, and then he died from a drug overdose back in the 70s. But he was a guitarist for the James Gang after Joe Walsh left. And he was also a guitarist in the band Deep Purple after Ritchie Blackmore left. So he filled some pretty big shoes in other bands before he went solo. I like playing this G chord like this. Most people, when they start playing the G for the first time, you learn it like that. Or the next G that you learn is like a barred E chord at the 3rd fret here, and that's a G. This goes E, F, G, or he played here. But if I play it with these 3 fingers, the middle finger, ring finger and pinky, it leaves my index finger here free to grab that 7th, and I can embellish that chord somewhat. Like that. So this chord here, it's a three note triad, and it's part of the F chord. So it's these 3 strings. When you're playing the full E-shaped F chord, you just play that little triad. You're playing a piece of the chord, and then I've got my pinky finger. So it's a little different sound. As I'm playing more and more, I'm learning where there are different places where I can play these same chords for a different tone. What I did here is called a pre-bend. You bend the note before you. So what I'm doing is that's the note that's my target note. So I bend. So that's another way. This is called like a slur, where you bend it up and then bring it back down.